Hey, yo, let's get into the video, bro. So, let's continue this video with my boy, Rashad Jamal. So now, I know we talked about this in the last video, but some people weren't here. Maybe some people are just finding me. They're finding this on episode 2. So, what we gonna do is I'm gonna do a little short recap. And so he was explaining that mirrors are actually artificial. In a sense, mirrors were the first form of artificial intelligence. Now, I know this sounds crazy. So he was saying that all the gods and goddess before, when everything was all natural, everything was literally all paradise, the Garden of Eden type, you know what I mean? Instead of using mirrors, they would use natural reflections, such as water, because it was a natural reflection of their self. So you were only seeing the true version of yourself, right? He was saying that when they made these mirrors, they used alchemy or something. They used certain materials. Silica sand, I believe he kept saying. Silica sand. And now these mirrors, they're basically, it created an alternate dimension. Like an alternate dimension. I'm like, yeah. He said an alternate dimension because before, reflections of this world came from this world. But then they created this mirror that mirrored this world, but it was an alternate reality to it. My theory is that once they did that, that's what created duality. Because now you have this yin and the yang, you know what I'm saying? First, it was just all this world, right? Let's say this is the light world. But then you get this reflection. So now this reflection is reflecting this light, but it's a reflection of the light. So maybe it might be its opposite, right? So what if this is the dark side? You see what I'm saying? And so because of that, which I guess it makes sense because he was saying that inside mirrors are a lot of fallen angels. I believe he said gypsies. He said genies and jinns. But I believe jinns are also like genies. But yeah, that's what he was saying. So basically, so there's different types of genies. He was explaining. The blue genies, they can be tricksters, you know what I'm saying? He was basically saying like the god species didn't have to talk to genies or anything like that because they didn't have to ask the genie for wishes because the god species could manifest. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? All my gods and goddesses that follow me, yeah, we manifest. We do it ourselves. We don't have to ask no genie to grant us a wish because we know how to grant our own wish. We can create it ourselves. So basically the blue genies are big on fulfilling the wishes of humans though. Okay. I didn't even say Siri, bro. You see, I'm saying Apple just be listening for no reason, bro. That shit wild, bro. Green. You have green genies. So the green genies, they don't live in the mirror. They're wherever there's filth or extreme sadness. He said the green genies are attached to people who are very depressed, and these green genies are the types of genies that will put thoughts in your heads that will lead you to suicide. So those are the genies you gotta stay away from. Stay away from those genies. You know, it's like the same. It's like, and it's crazy because it's as simple as this. Like, if you have sex with someone that has a green genie, that green genie might attach to you now. Do you see what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful. You just got to be very, very careful of who you're sharing your energy with because some of these people have other energies attached to them. You hear what I'm saying? So be careful. And then you have the red genies. He was saying the red genies are the ones that live in the mirrors. Those are the malevolent ones. He said that they can sometimes reflect what they want you to see. Interesting. What they want you to see. So I gotta go to water. So I gotta test that out because I do have a mirror in my room, which is the reason why we're watching this video. But I want to see what my reflection looks like in water. What does my natural reflection look like? That's because it's gonna look different than the artificial one that these people created with silica sand. So I gotta do that. Okay, maybe I get like a bowl of water. Maybe just, okay, that might work actually. And then just look at my reflection type. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's get into the video. Let's continue and see what this man got to say. I'm going to keep my book right next to me. Take notes. Make sure you write things down in books because you remember them better. They hit into your subconscious a lot faster. If you write things in your phone, it doesn't hit the same because you got to understand cavemen. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these things that we do, it's just written in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? So writing just hits the subconscious. Cavemen didn't have phones. So that's not written in our DNA for us to type something and remember it in our brain. It doesn't work like that. No, now you're becoming a slave to the phone. The phone does this thing for you. You can remember everything right here, bro. Don't need your phone for that. Writing things down will help you with that as well. Let's get into this video. Shout out to Rashad Jamal. Boy is in Atlantis. And I say shout out to him because my brother named Rashad too. But hey, shout out to my boy, bro.
You have movies like Candyman. In order to summon him, he was a demonic. He was a satanic force. In order to summon Candyman, what did they have to do? They had to go look in the mirror, say his name 5 times with the lights off. The same thing with the ancient story of Bloody Mary. For those who remember that. When we was kids, you didn't want to go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary 5 times. They said she'll pop out the mirror and cut you.
Yeah, and you gotta understand.
Same thing with Candyman. But we never.
You gotta understand that, like, the fact that you have that fear of doing it shows that somewhere deep down, like, even though people are like, oh no, that's fake, somewhere deep down in your DNA, you understand that you doing this could actually work. Something could actually pop up. Just something to think about.
We never asked ourselves why. Why a mirror? They tell you on Google, if you look it up, that a mirror just reflects light back to you, but that's a lie. It's a way deeper thing that's going on with a mirror, because you have to understand that you have all these entities creating these alternate realities, okay? You got mirrors, you can lose yourself inside of a mirror, all right? You got mirrors.
Remember what I was telling y'all about Narcissus? This is my boy Narcissus, for y'all who don't know. This man was known for his beauty, but he would reject all romantic advances. So one day he sat here, he was just chilling. He's like, yo, I'm the freshest man in the world. You know what I'm saying? Freshest being in the world. I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? Boy, feeling himself. And looked in the water. Wow, like we were just saying. And he saw his reflection. And he stared at it for the rest of his life. Crazy. Falling in love with himself. He lost himself within the mirror. Basically in the mirror, but this was a natural mirror, you know what I'm saying? But he's talking about, imagine, okay, so that's actually like, okay, so this, they wrote a story about this man, because I guess maybe that's just like an interesting like story, you know what I'm saying? But like, let's see, if you were to fall in love with yourself in an artificial mirror, is that really you though? Maybe that's what he's trying to say. It's an alternate reality. So are you saying that you don't like this reality? You want to be in a different reality?
You got mirrors that actually, when people go in the store, call them to the mirror. And you be thinking, like, oh, let me get that mirror. I had to get that mirror. But you don't know there's entities behind that silica saying that quartz calling you. A mirror is a magical thing, but it's low frequency. It's low frequency.
Yo, you see how... First of all, what he's saying is that basically, you know how like women go into these crystal stores and they say you got to find the crystal that calls to you. He's saying that there's certain people that are so... he's saying that there's certain people that will go into like a mirror store and they'll have a certain mirror that calls to them. But he's saying that it's not the mirror that's calling to them. It's not like, oh yeah, like they don't know why they chose this mirror. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're thinking it just looks good, right? But no, he's saying that behind that, it's maybe a genie or one of these dark entities calling you to get that mirror. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I wanted to point out, like, I swear you don't even say Siri's name and she be listening. And I swear it's only when you saying some real ass. I'm telling you, bro. Only when you saying some real ass, bro. I'm telling you.
See, magic though. All right, it's low frequency. It's low frequency magic though.
Low frequency
all right?
magic.
It's low frequency magic, and you got to understand that you are dealing with. You're not looking at your real image when you're looking in the mirror. Okay, you are not looking at your complete.
Okay, so what y'all boys need to do is y'all need to literally maybe get a bowl of water. I don't know. You'd probably need a certain type of bowl. Put some water in it and see what your actual reflection look like. Or go to like a pond or something and see your reflection. Because a lot of y'all haven't really seen yourself. That's crazy. That's what we need to do. Nah, it's a we. Like, honestly, I need to do that too. That's crazy. Okay, keep talking, my boy.
complete divine image of your most beautiful self. This is why most people look in the mirror. They're not looking at your complete divine image of your most beautiful self.
Wow.
This is why most people look in the mirror, they get down, they want more muscles, they want more muscles, or they want to gain weight, they want to lose weight. They're not as happy with themselves as they could be because they always in the goddamn mirror. Not understanding that you have certain frequencies and beings that exist in that world. The mirror is a holographic realm. Okay? It's a holographic realm. They even had a movie out called...
I think it's just crazy that it's just a mirror. Like, you would think that, right? But he's saying it's a holographic realm. Like, this is like... Mirrors are a form of technology, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You can go check it out. It's called Insidious.
Oh, yeah.
And in Insidious, the father went into the astral realm. And when he went into the astral realm, he was still in his house because that's how it looks in the astral realm. He left his body, went in his house, and went into the astral realm to try to go save his son. All right? When he went into the astral realm, he opened his eyes. He was in his house. He had to leave outside of his house, and then he was, walking through this astral realm trying to go find his son, fighting against these devils. All right? Well, it was a witch, if you want to call it that, or malevolent spirit, as I like to call them, that had been chasing him since he was a kid. Wow. Well, guess what? The malevolent spirit could never get her hands on him because she yearned to live again. Remember, you have a lot of disembodied spirits and souls that yearn to live again, and they live behind this mirror realm too. We like to call it the gray world. A lot of your dismembered and disembodied souls, right? They exist in what we like and what you know as the mirror realm. All right? And that's why in the movie Insidious, when after he saved his son and he was running back to his body so that he could come back to the physical plane, he got caught in what? The mirror. And he seen the lady that was chasing him, and he started yelling at the lady, he started cussing the lady out, the whole nine. 4,000 live viewers. Y'all came in late night with it. Let's give it up for University. I ain't think it'd be that many of y'all in here on late night, but I see y'all in here. I love y'all like I love myself. We are one. Peace reflection. All right, thank you. But when in the movie Insidious, he was running back to his body to get back to the physical realm, and he got what? He got caught in the mirror. And when he seen her, she was just standing in the mirror looking at him. And he came to the mirror and he started yelling at her, and then she smiled at him. And then next thing you know, he was back in the physical realm again in his body, and you like, oh, okay, that shit meant nothing. Until he went upstairs, and the lady that was in charge of the spirit medium, she took a picture of him and seen his nails was kind of pale. So she took a picture of him with the camera, and the whole time, the negative lady that was chasing him, the fallen entity, had made it back to the physical realm because she stole his body.
Wow.
She was able to steal his avatar by getting him to lock into the mirror. Wow. When you lock into the mirror, even when I've been doing this a long time, even when I go into a mirror, I never stay in it too long. Or when I look at myself in the mirror, I try not to get caught up in glancing and staring too long at myself. I try to look at certain body parts, look at my shirt. I try to keep it moving. If you lock yourself into a mirror and just stare into your own eyes in the mirror, you are not looking at yourself. That is not you. That's an actual being on the other end of that world that's mimicking you. Wow. All right? And this is a powerful thing that must be known and must be understood completely. All right? That when you are looking into a mirror, you are looking at fallen entities that are mimicking you.
Oh,
all right, and the elites will never tell you that. The oppressors will never tell you that. That's why they got a mirror in every house, just like they got a goddamn TV in every house.
But why?
They all go hand in hand. All right.
Oh, I guess the agenda. Because you said it goes hand in hand. That makes sense. Because you'd be like, why would if they know this, why would they want that in your home? So they want people to get lost in the mirror. They want people to get possessed by these dark entities. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, when I think about this world, it almost seems like hell. That's what it feels like to me. It's like everything that they tell you is bad for you. Maybe not everything, but some of those things are actually good for you. And then the things that they say are good for you, like having a mirror in your home, is actually bad for you. You have to think of things like that. You know what I mean? You can't be locked in this idea. You have to be able to look at it like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't where I think I am.
Also, beings can enter into your home and into your aura field through your mirror. This is why anciently our ancestors, they wanted nothing to really do with mirrors. If you look at if you want, because we wasn't really never enslaved like that anyway. But the few of us that would get caught and go into slavery, we wasn't in no mirrors. We looking at the water. We want to see ourselves. We're going to look into a natural source, which is water. Water also gives you a reflection of yourself, as well as metal. These are things that we place here on the planet naturally. Metal. A mirror isn't a natural thing, all right? It's a holographic world designed to keep you trapped into that mirror. All right. So what's a way of losing yourself in the mirror? You got a lot of people that, like I said, that love looking in mirrors, and they love mirrors, and they'll get these mirrors and they'll get obsessed with looking at themselves in the mirror. They'll be trying their clothes on all day, every day, just for the fucking hell of it. Don't even know why they doing it. Right.
Oh, he's saying maybe. Okay, just like he was saying with that example with the guy who was like running away from the spirit or whatever, and like he was astral projecting. He's saying that, you know, all these people that fall in love with the image in the mirror, it's really that entity looking at themselves. Wow. Trying on all your clothes. Wild.
You got guys that go work out. Now they in the mirror all night. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to get you 1 in, 2 in, but now they in there all night. You got even our phones, they get that whole idea from their version of the mirror. And then what happened? It turns into a selfie because motherfucker love looking at themselves. And then now you all caught up in your image. All right? But when you doing that, that's a form of what they like to call vanity. That's called vanity, right? And I think we got away from that. But that was first spoken of in their Bible. Now, vanity is an actual fallen angel.
Oh, wow. So when that people say, oh, that person has fallen to vanity, they've literally fallen for the fallen angel, vanity. Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
Actual fallen angel. So remember I taught you all about a lot of these emotions are fallen angels. Okay, vanity is a fallen angel. You got all these spiritual forces that's posing as these emotions, posing as these bad habits. All right. So this is how they're able to get you. And then now you go into a form of narcissism. When you become narcissistic, now you're falling into a lower frequency because being narcissistic opens up the door to the ego. Now you get stuck and trapped in your ego. And now these entities are able to keep you at your lowest vibration. All right? At your lowest vibration. This is why when you talking about Bloody Mary, what was she? A negative force. The movie Candyman, what he represented, a negative force. And in some of them, you had to go to the mirror. In the movie Poltergeist, they had to go to the mirror. And you seeing beings trying to snatch her through the TV as well as snatch them through the mirror. When you watch the movie Matrix, when Neo broke free from the Matrix, when he was waking up in the new one, who tried to stop him? The analyst, the creator of the entire fake reality. And how did he try to stop Neo? He tried to pull him back into the Matrix through what though? Through the mirror.
Wow.
Through the mirror. Because in order to understand the power of the mirror, you have to understand what the mirror is made out of. It's made out of glass. And now you say, what is glass made out of? The type of glass specifically that is used for mirrors is made out of silica sand. That's not regular sand. Silica sand is also a man-made construct. All right? So, and we see what silica sand does to metal. Aren't you metal? Don't forget, you are composed of entirely metal. All your bone marrow and all your bones is metal. But because you're breathing in what? Oxygen, it rusts out the metal, and now it becomes what we call it today, bone. But bone isn't weak. Bone is tough and very hard, right? It's hard to break a bone now. And that's at its lowest form. So imagine how strong you are when you, without no oxygen, that bone turns to that full antimantium type metal, which is where they get the story of Wolverine from. Okay? So when you have all these mirrors.
I need to replay that. That boy lost
all right?
me.
So, and we see what silica sand does to metal. Aren't you metal? Don't forget, you are composed of entirely metal. All your bone marrow and all your bones is metal. But because you're breathing in what? Oxygen, it rusts out the metal, and now it becomes what we call it today, bone. But bone isn't weak. Bone is tough and very hard, right? It's hard to break a bone now. And that's at its lowest form. So imagine how strong you are when you, without no oxygen, that bone turns to that full antimantium type metal, which is where they get the story of Wolverine from.
Wow.
Okay? So when you have all these mirrors, definitely if you're not vibrating on a high frequency, you letting all type of demonic forces into your, or satanic forces, I should say, into your aura, into your atmosphere. All right? And the mirror lies to you. The mirror lies to you. And mirrors actually talk to you. If you sit there with them if you sit there with them long enough, you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you sit in the mirror and stare at yourself long enough, you will see yourself move. You will see things take place in the mirror that don't really exist. And the realm is being shown back to you. You're like, oh, well, I can see the wall behind me, so this mirror must just be reflecting what's behind me. That's what it's designed to make you think, because the mirror is alive. It's a source of intelligence. Just like your neuromelanin that's inside of you is actually alive.
Your neuromelanin is alive. He got to get... This man, yo, sign me up for this class, bro. Like, this man is preaching right now. This is a form of intelligence, too. It's alive. Just like how that mirror is alive. It's like I said, it's the first form of AI. That is insane. That is insane.
Stop thinking when you're looking at a mirror, it's just some glass. No, it's alive. It has intelligence, so it adapts to you. If you're in a room with a white wall with this on it, it's going to reflect that back to you to make you think, oh, this is what it was designed to do. This way it's able to hide its true negative intent. Mirrors are very negative things. They are very negative things. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to have them. And that's why every bathroom comes with them. Every house comes with them. They all in your car, right? But don't forget what you are as well. You are electricity. What restricts electricity? Glass. A mirror is a form of glass. Glass, rubber, plastic, and cloth. So this all goes together when we talking about mirrors. All right? Some of the most powerful spell work is done involving mirrors. You ever heard of mirror mazes? These are real things. Remember the ancient spell? We used to watch, what was that? Not Cinderella. Snow White. Thank you, babe.
Okay.
That's why.
We got a spiritual female too. You got an angel with him. Okay, my man. Okay.
Ever. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most beautiful of them all? And the mirror will talk to her. Your mirror will talk to you the same way. If you understand that it is it's a source of intelligence, but it's not working for our side. It's there to present to you a false reality of self. You are beautiful like you are. You are intelligent. You are beautiful like you are. But you're looking at the mirror and think differently. The mirror reminds you of the Matrix. You get in that mirror, you're like, oh, I'm naked. I need to put some cloth on. Now you're trying to put your cloth on. You're like, oh, well.
Okay, so that goes in hand with what I was saying with, like, once they created mirrors, they basically created the yin to this world. So basically, if you don't know the yin and the yang, the yin is the black side, the yang is the white side, okay? So the yin is what I'm saying is like, that's almost like the story of Adam and Eve. Like, what if it wasn't an apple? What if it was a mirror? Do you see what I'm saying? Because once they saw themselves, it's like he said, they were paying attention to the Matrix. That's crazy. Wow.
This cloth got a stain on it. Now you put it all down and go get something else. People spend hours.
Wow.
Energy cycles in front of mirrors.
Wow.
Never happy with themselves.
Wow.
Oh, I need to get my tummy tucked. I need to do a few more push-ups.
Wow. And it makes sense because society wants you to be inside of your ego, this material world, so you don't pay attention to the spiritual and everything else outside of it. The things that actually matter. Because they want you to just work for it. You know what I'm saying? They want you to look in that mirror, see your clothes and be like, oh, I need new clothes. So you go to the mall and you spend some money on some new clothes. Giving the Matrix exactly what it wants. Money. But even better than that, a sheep, a slave. Yo, this deep, right? I ain't gonna lie, this deep.
All right, dude. You gotta understand that nothing positive comes from looking into a mirror.
Nothing positive, really.
And if you don't think I'm lying, try not looking at it one day. Get up, wash your ass, put your stuff on, don't even look at it. So much pressure to be relieved.
Wow.
Because you really compete with yourself when you're looking in the mirror anyway. But it gets deeper. On a spiritual level, you have so many deities. Like I say, these red genies that live within these mirrors. The mirror is a holographic world. The mirror is a world where disembodied souls can reside, along with some of the most powerful fallen angels and some of these genies. Without being in the astrals, without leaving this physical realm. Also, mirrors have take-on bodies. So remember, the body can house over 1,000 spirits. I don't know if you knew that.
The body can hold about how much? Over 1,000 spirits? That's crazy. He basically just said we Ben 10. That's wild. What?
Your avatar can house over 1,000 different spirits within it.
Wow.
So a mirror is a house for all these different negative spirits.
Wow.
And you don't know what's coming through. And you'll lose your whole self in the mirror. And it'll be a whole other entity that they took over you.
Wow. And I'm gonna be hella transparent. I be looking in the mirror sometimes. Sometimes I really be caught in it. I be like, yo, you beautiful as hell. You so fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be big up in myself. But what if that's just the mirror showing me what I want to see? What if that's just vanity, the fallen angel vanity trying to get to me? That's wild. That's wild. Wow. That's crazy. I gotta hear more of this. This is crazy.
The real you stuck in the mirror world now. You are powerful beyond measure. You are a divine being. What does the mirror reflect back? Light. What are you?
Light.
Electricity, which is the highest form of light. So if a mirror can reflect back light to you, let's break it down. Electricity. How do you think it got the electricity to reflect back to you? It still can harvest the life force of others. Wow. This is why some of y'all, like I said, when you go in the store, mirrors will call you. Wow. When you're dealing with a mirror, understand what you're dealing with.
Wow. Now I know. Now I know.
Get in there, look at your clothes, and get up out of there. Wow. Don't be getting lost in the mirror and all. Want a mirror for eye. Because a part of yourself. My wife do that. She beautiful as she is, but let her go look in the mirror. Oh, let me get these. You see how the mirror lying to her? All the time, babe, get out your face. She ain't thinking about her face if it wasn't no mirror there to give her a reflection back. Or let's remove the word reflection. Lie to her. It's a saying about a mirror. What you see is what you get. But that's a lie. And if you even think about what they taught you about mirrors, they tell you you're never looking at your real reflection anyway. They tell you the mirror, the reflection.
Oh yeah, it's like that thing like you had to take a picture and then reflect it and then invert it, something crazy, something like that to actually see what people really see of you. Because you got to understand, when you're looking at the mirror, you literally looking at the opposite side. It's like you're not looking at it that's crazy. You're not looking at it how other people see you, bro. When you're looking at a mirror, you're looking at the reflection. So it's staring at you like this. So you're looking at this. So this is how yours is looking at. Remember, it started like this. But on the reflection side, look at how it looks. It's different. You're not looking at the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. That's crazy, because this is what you actually look like. You look like this end. Okay, it starts right here and then goes up, right? On the reflection, look what it does. It's not the same. It don't start right here and then go like how I was doing. No, this is a whole different being. You see what I'm saying? This is an end. This is what you really are. This is a whole different being.
You see in the mirror, the time it takes the light to reflect it back to your eyes, that's how you looked 10 minutes ago. What type of sorcery is that? This is the way I looked 10 minutes ago. I should be able to look in this mirror right now and see how I look right now.
Yeah, you should.
But we never think about these things. Meanwhile, you got white racists, the hierarchy, that do spell work. And they absorb our frequencies through mirrors. They watch you through mirrors. That's not no movie when they show you the mirror in the police station. Be a two-way mirror. You look in the mirror, you just see you. On the other end, it's a whole other person watching you that you can't even see.
Wow.
That's real.
Like he said, a whole nother dimension. And there's people in that dimension watching you. So now I'm asking, now I'm wondering, how do you get in the mirror? You know, the same way you astral project, because I do sleep on the floor. That's something I'm going to have to get into. I sleep on the floor, right in front of this mirror. And I feel like I have been astral projecting a lot more frequently. And is it possible that I'm able to jump in the mirror when I'm astral projecting? That's interesting. That's interesting. And then would I be able to go into that world and then watch people through other mirrors? Like, how deep does this get is what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Like, how deep does this get?
On the other end, it's a whole other person watching you that you can't even see. That's real. And that's not just when it comes to dealing with interrogation. That's why I got this pink candle lit, for protection.
Wow.
This represents divine, cosmic love, which is going to always eradicate any negative forces. Because guess what? We got mirrors in the house. There's mirrors everywhere. They put them in your bathrooms, your car, your house. But understand what a mirror is.
Now I know.
Understand the power it possesses. It will possess you. Y'all know I'm not lying. You probably never thought about that. You probably never paid attention to it because that's how life is. When we don't pay attention to things, that's right in front of our face.
The book got the gallon, yes, sir.
You think they got mirrors in everybody's house because they want you to look your best?
Wow.
If they wanted you to look your best, they wouldn't feed us pork and beef.
See, he about to get into exactly what I'm talking about. Like how they keep lying to you, bro. There's a reason they want this in your house, and I hope he gets into it.
If they wanted you to look your best, they wouldn't have lied to us. They ain't never gave a fuck about you. So what makes you think they care about you when they put the mirror in your house?
Wow.
You need to ask yourself that. Why are we surrounded by so many mirrors everywhere we go?
It really is.
And then if you look at yourself in the crib, you know how the fuck you look? Fuck you need one in your car for. As soon as you put the visors down, there go more mirrors for you. They could have gave you the light. Don't say, oh, it's for the light. They can give you the light without the mirror. Ask yourself, why is this? Electrical being, 9 ether being. Because they casting those frequencies out into you at all times. You got the mirror, then you got the glass. Then you in a metal car. With rubber all in the car. Cloth in the seats. How do people act that know they beautiful? We call them stuck up, don't we? But they wouldn't be acting stuck up if they weren't looking in the mirrors. She been in the mirror all day. She just knows she fine. Now you can't tell her nothing. Now she coming out acting mean toward people, snotty, insulting others, other goddesses who she feeling up to her level. Now what is she doing? She vibrating low now when she start acting like that. Mirror ain't never did nothing good for you, but lied to you. Now, who is that lying to your soul behind the mirror? It's not you. That's not you on the other end. You is right here. So who the fuck is that in there? Ask yourself that. No, that's me. No, you right here.
Facts. Damn. That's facts. Like, niggas ain't think about that shit for real. Like, you really right here. So who the fuck is that I'm looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why animals be looking at that. Wow. Like, cats, they see that, they thinking it's another cat. That's wild. That's wild. And animals only act off instinct. And it's because they know it's another cat. Yo, that's wild, bro. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You ain't got two bodies, you got one. So who the fuck is that?
Facts. That's crazy. Yo, camera about to die again, bro. Come on, yo. I'm trying to hear this right now. I am trying to hear this right now. Hold on, let me change the battery. Hopefully this battery gonna last a while, cause like this shit don't be lasting a while. But I'm telling you, I need to cop a new camera, y'all boys. Like the video so I can cop a new camera, y'all boys, please.
Right here. You ain't got two bodies, you got one. So who the fuck is that?
Type shit.
In the mirror. Like Michael Jackson said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
Wow.
I'm asking him to change his ways. You thought he was talking about his damn self. He's not talking about himself.
Wow.
Michael Jackson was very powerful, very in tune.
Wow.
He put it all in his songs. He know exactly what's going on with mirrors and what mirrors are truly used to do.
Wow. Hey, I feel him. Because sometimes I be leaving like some silence. You feel me? Like YouTube nowadays, you have to like, oh, jump cut, jump cut, jump cut. Sometimes you gotta leave a moment of silence to let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? I'm really thinking about it. I'm just like, yo, I need to listen to some more Michael Jackson songs. Because like, if this man was in tune, I want to hear what he was saying. That's crazy.
Who is that in the mirror?
I hope you don't give me the answer, my boy.
Who is that? It's not you. You're right here. Your world is right here. So how is it that whatever is going on in that mirror is mimicking, it's a person that look just like you?
Interesting.
They got the same backdrop you got.
Interesting.
And to make you not think, they tell you it's your reflection. Oh, that's your reflection. But shape-shifting is a real thing. That's why now it's getting out there that shape-shifting is real, because of the reptilians. The truth about the draconian reptilians has been coming out. Like, it's been out there, but nobody believed it. But the lab now...
I'm gonna be honest, I was one of those people that didn't believe it. I was like, nigga, what you mean they reptilians, bro? Like, what type of... Like, we in some, like, crazy shit where you got gods, you got humans, you got, like, these cyberpunk people who are, like, gonna be half robot when they put the Neuralink in. And now you talking about there's a race of reptilians, my nigga? What the... Like, what's going on, bro?
Now, since we're in quantum energies, and with the Kundalini energy is rising, we remember it. So the world, the planet is remembering again. Everybody waking up. So everybody open to this draconian reptilian race. And then you got familiar with shape-shifting.
Wow.
But shape-shifting been going on.
Wow.
Ask the man in the mirror.
Ah.
That's the shapeshifter right there.
Wow.
You will lose your soul in a mirror.
Oh, see, damn. See, before he was saying you would lose yourself. Now he's saying you would lose your soul in a mirror. See, that's some other. Okay, that's something else.
Many have done it. It's a very powerful vortex. And it also acts as an interdimensional portal.
Okay, so like I was saying before, so maybe you can travel through these mirrors, maybe an interdimensional portal. Okay, a portal to the other realm. Is there any reason why we would want to go in that realm, though? I hope you're going to answer that, too.
Most portals lead to other universes and galaxies.
And that's what I was saying, too, like he's saying parallel universes. So, like, what your mirror sees is it's very likely that what is happening in this mirror is happening in an infinite amount of other realities, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's reflecting you, in a sense. But it's still a portal to these parallel universes. So maybe in a other parallel universe, the other version of you is looking in this mirror too, but maybe with a blue shirt on instead of a red shirt. You see what I'm saying? Like, so is there a way you can jump to other universes using the mirrors? I'm just curious, my boy. I'm curious.
The mirror is the only portal that leads right to other universes and galaxies. The mirror is the only portal that leads right here into your realm, or you can walk into that realm. Ask yourself, why do they use mirrors so much for horror movies? What do they know that you don't know? Don't be fooled. We rising now. And then they want you to be scared of that world. To the point that if you break a mirror, what they tell you?
Bad luck.
7 years bad luck.
Bad luck. So he's saying that's not true. Wow. They created that stigma so you would never break it and you would become attached to these mirrors and just accept them. Hey, yo, this man waking me up. He really is awake. Like, this is crazy. Okay.
See, I say the work. He made sure you don't destroy none of his realms.
Wow.
That's what that was all about. So if you ever did realize what a mirror really was, and you get some nuts to break it or not have it, I ain't breaking that. You get 7 years bad luck if you do that.
Wow.
Ain't no such thing as bad luck, nigga.
Wow.
You get what you give.
Karma. You get what you give. Karma. No such thing as bad luck. So all the people that are unlucky are just always giving out this bad energy that is, making these unlucky events happen in their life. Okay, so it's like, I have a friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but he doesn't fully believe in spirituality. So he'll make jokes like, I'm gonna say something light because I don't want to say anything. See, I don't even want to say it, but like he'll make words like, all these people are not gonna be successful, right? And I'm like, bro, like, and he'll say that around us, right? I'm just like, yo, like, don't play like that. Like, that's not even funny. Like, that's not a joke. Because like most of the time he be cracking jokes and stuff like that, but he'll say that and like, I'm like, yo, that's not funny. Because like I know the power of my words. You don't play with that. You know what I mean? So, but the point of the reason why I even brought that up is that like he'll say these things, right? And we'll be working out in the gym, and I'll see like, he like he'll hit his head on the bar, like when he's going down to do the chest machine. When he has to slide under it, he'll hit his head on like the back of his head on it when he's going down. And I'm just like, see, that's just karma. Like life be happening to you because you're always acting a certain way. It's karma. You get what you give. Let's get back to the video.
You give out good, you get good. You give out bad, it comes back to you in some sort of way. That energy is good. The same energy you put out there, it must be reciprocated back to you. So once again, I ask you to ask yourself, who is that in the mirror? It's not you. It's an entity shape-shifting into you.
Wow.
Mirrors are able to pull all type of energy from this world.
Wow.
As well as push energy out there. Remember, it's made out of what type of glass?
Silica sand. I think.
Silica sand. Which is made out of a certain type of quartz. Now, what do quartz do? We know about crystals.
Okay, so it's crazy that he's even talking about this. So I believe a woman, an angel, told me that this is clear quartz, and it's basically supposed to help with mental clarity. So I'm just wearing them today just to see, if I feel a different vibe. I didn't wear it the first video. I'm wearing it this time. I don't know if you guys tell the difference. If there's a difference, comment below, let me know. But yeah, these are clear quartz. So it's supposed to give you mental clarity. So he said they did alchemy when they created these mirrors. So what if they did alchemy? So instead of these giving you mental clarity, they created mental fog. Now, that's my guess. Let's see if that's what he says.
A little bit. Quartz push out energy and pull in energy. And the quartz is the most powerful crystal when it comes to amplifying energy and intent.
I'm gonna look at Forex real quick, y'all boys. I'm so sorry for this intermission, but I do need to see what's going on. I said I wasn't gonna touch the market till 3, but sometimes there be moves before. So, you know, I got to just make sure I'm good. I'm in the good standings. We did get an engulfing right here. On the 30. I'm high-key looking to buy this. And I think we are retesting this. That was broken. So we had a trend line here. It was, you know, bouncing on it, and then it eventually broke through. I'm looking at this to be the retest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a trend line from here to here. Anytime I see a golden retrace like this, I'm looking for a 1, 2, 3 setup. So we're going to do a clone of this. Look, we had 1 hit, 2 hits. I'm looking for a 3. Hopefully around this zone right here, if possible. I'm going to add an alert to this. I'm going to do once per minute. I want this to spam me, you feel me, until like I actually go in. See anything for a 38.2. I'm sorry, I'm speaking fibs right now. So, I mean, if y'all know, y'all know. If not, then y'all can join my Discord. Link will be in the description. I'm going to buy. I did it, y'all boys.
5 hours later.
About 50 pips. Chilling, bro.
Ask you to ask yourself, who is that in the motherfucking mirror? Why do they use mirrors so much for horror movies? Why is vanity considered a sin? And you can't be vain without being in the mirror and falling in love with yourself. And why is it considered 7 years bad luck if you break the mirror? It's supposed to just be glass after all, but when I drop a glass bottle, I smash a glass bottle.
Oh,
Niggas at the
wow. People go crazy, though. They be like, yeah. But you can't break a mirror. It's still glass. Wow. Agenda.
burger. You know when a nigga finna stand off, niggas, they grab their bottle,
Yeah.
Now they, you know what I'm saying, they trying to poke some shit, you know what I'm saying? They, with their little glass bottle. Why is that not bad luck? But if you break, that's glass, ain't it? But if you break a mirror, 7 years bad luck. No, somebody's trying to stop you from
Breaking
realizing what's going on here. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the prettiest queen of them all? It's a form of sorcery, witchcraft. That's why I said it's a very powerful download. Because once you're aware of that, you know how to handle it. You know what it is.
Wow.
It's like a Ouija board.
Contacting spirits or other entities. Hey, yo, I like this man, bro. This is the first video I've ever watched from him. Yo, I'm finna watch the rest. Like, I know he has his whole, like, his own school and everything, academy. I love that I named this podcast the School of Gods podcast, too, because, like, it just fits so perfectly. So, I'm gonna react to more of his content, though. This is beautiful, bro. I'm gonna react to Spiritual Soul, King Von. Sorry, not King Von. Von to Cut. Like, yo, send me whatever, bro. Like, send me people you want me to react to, some information maybe I should learn. Send me the video. I will react to it.
That's why you want pure energy.
Pure energy.
You got good energy in your house, them forces ain't gonna come out that mirror in your house. They'll stay in that mirror. Every time you go in that mirror, they gonna try to lure you and they gonna shape shift into you and show you and me and do all that. But you look what you gotta look. You brush your teeth. Don't start locking into your own eyes, because that's not you. Don't start putting all your energy into it. Keep your energy pure in your circle. Because a mirror represents a body full of genies, malevolent beings, fallen angels, disembodied souls. Place where the devils can congregate at and go unnoticed. When you watch movies, once again, back to these scary movies, why are they always using mirrors? We know all that. We know the famous saying they like to use in movies with the mirror. Say the house hunted or something. Somebody be looking, they be in the bathroom, so they put their head down, they look up, somebody standing behind them in the mirror.
Cause there really is somebody. Wow.
Don't be fooled. Be aware. Be informed. Be enlightened.
Wow.
Of all the tricks that have been used to try to harness our energy. No different than the television and the cell phone. When you look up the etymology of mirror, it comes from mire in Latin. And they tell you, the early senses believe that this word also, it comes from the fact that a mirror is a crystal used in magic and a person deserving imitation. So there you have it. That's the etymology of mirror. A mirror is nothing more than a magical crystal being used for negative frequencies.
Wow.
You didn't think that.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Think the mirror harmless.
I did.
It's not. Peace to the God, the goddess of the planet Kai. Now we rise. One. I leave as I come. I will see y'all tomorrow in class. Right back here.
Blessings to my boy. Shout out once again to Rashad Jamal. Crazy, because once again, that's the name of my brother too. Shout out. This is the first video I've watched from him. This is a great video. Like, so, before shout out to him. Shout out my boy. Round of applause for real. But like, this one really finna change my like the way I tackle life, the way I like go around mirrors, the way I perceive them, obviously, because now I see what they really are. And he made sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't sound like a crazy man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd love to hear him talk about the reptilians, bro, because anybody that tries to explain that to me, I'm like, you a crazy man, you know what I'm saying? But like, I haven't dove into too deep into it, but no, this is good, you know. And my dream, I always say an island, but like, it's basically just to create a world full of gods and goddess, a world where we eat just natural foods that come straight from the earth. We only operate with natural things. So I didn't know mirrors could not be over in, let's say my island. Couldn't be my island. You know what I mean? Like, I just want a world where people just create art. No, I'm gonna stop saying people because that's so human. You know, I just want a world where gods and goddess roam around, and they just live free. You know what I mean? Like, there's no shackles holding them down like society. The kids don't grow up hearing the word can't or impossible. It's not even a part of the vocabulary. So they never believe they can't do anything. They never believe anything is impossible. So all they do is achieve the impossible. It would be constant innovation, constant evolution. If they didn't start off as gods, they are definitely going to become gods as they continue to evolve. You hear what I'm saying? Like, if this species of gods and goddess, right? If maybe they can't fly in the first versions, but you know, they never learned the word impossible and they never learned the word can't. So, you know, they start to maybe, I don't know, they figure out some crazy workout that, you know, maybe makes your body more aerodynamic. So that anytime they're free falling, maybe let's say they cliff dive into lakes and stuff all the time, maybe they glide for a bit, right? Eventually, if they had this thought that, oh, they can fly and they're going to make it happen, as time goes on, as they continue to evolve and as natural selection does its job, they would eventually achieve the ability to fly. Nothing is impossible. As far-fetched as that example is, nothing is impossible. If enough people believe in something, it becomes real. It's all about belief. So if I take a bunch of people on an island, a bunch of gods and goddess. Some of the most beautiful people in the world, not just because of their image, but because of what they hold inside, because they only share love with the world. So now you have this society. Let's take that society out of there, though. You have this paradise where the karmic energy is one of only love. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Y'all already know what to do. Link in the description.